Hello and welcome for another session on the topic of strings for the subject of Introduction to Programming using C. In this session we will be discussing about different inbuilt functions which can be used along with the strings. Now on the screen you can see two inbuilt functions. One is alpha and another one is digit. So both the functions takes a character as an argument. Is alpha checks whether that character is an alphabet or not, that is, whether it belongs to small a to small z or capital A to capital Z or not. If it belongs to alphabet, the function returns a non-zero value. If it belongs to any other special symbol or number, then it returns a zero value. Now is digit function does the same, but it checks whether the entered character is in 0 to 9. If it is so, then a non-zero value is returned as a 0 is returned for a non-digit. Now let's see on the screen. Both of these functions are in ctype.h header file. The program says that you ask a character from the user which will be stored in ch, and is alpha and is digit functions are used inside the if condition. Now suppose ch is capital G which is asked from user. So is alpha function will check whether that ch belongs to the alphabets. Yes, capital G belongs to alphabet because it comes between capital A to capital Z. So on the screen the output will be the character is alphabet. Now in this way the functions is alpha and is digit works. Basically, if is alpha bracket ch means that we are checking whether the return value is a non-zero or not. Now next program says that two more functions are there. One is called is upper and other function is the is lower. As the name suggests, the is upper function checks whether the entered character is in uppercase. If it is in uppercase, then the function returns a non-zero value. If the argument is not in uppercase, then the returned value is 0. Similarly, is lower function checks whether the past character is in lowercase. If it is in lowercase, yes, a non-zero value is returned, else a zero value is returned. So this program is like same which we have discussed earlier. The if condition basically contains is upper and is lower function. Is upper function checks whether the entered character is in uppercase, and is lower checks whether the entered character is in lowercase. Suppose the scanf statement asks for a character and user enters capital G. Now based on it, the if condition which contains is upper ch holds true and the character is in uppercase will be displayed on the screen. Now next program talks about two lower and two upper function. Basically, two lower means convert a character into lowercase and two upper converts a character into uppercase. Both of the functions are in ctype.h, and based on the program which is shown here, the character which is under consideration is small g. Two upper functions receive that character or in form of argument and it converts to uppercase and then it stores that character back into ch. So the output will be capital G on the screen. Now another program of this two upper clubbed with the concept of string. Now based on the program, whatever is entered in name will be converted to uppercase. Now if we look at the screen, we find that the name is a character array which can store 100 characters in it. Get as name, ask for the name from the user. Suppose the word is Raman and Raman is entered in lowercase. The highlighted yellow for loop says that we can break the string Raman into characters, and name I in the green section of the program says the single character which we are processing now, which means that if name I is name 0, this means we are processing R of Raman. If name I is name 1, this means we are processing A of Raman. If name I is name 2, which means we are processing M of Raman. So this highlighted green statement says whatever character is being processed for the name, it will be converted into uppercase and it will be stored back into the name. Now looking at the bottom of the screen, the table says that the value of I will vary from 0 to 4 because of the highlighted yellow for loop, and when value of I is 5, the loop terminates because the null is encountered. All these things has been discussed in the previous lecture. Now let's concentrate on the main thing which has been shown by the highlighted green section of the program. It says that when value of I is 0, this means name 0 has to be processed, and the statement highlighted in green will be like name 0 is equal to 2 upper name 0, which means that whatever is stored at name 0, which was small r, will be now converted into uppercase, which means capital R, and it will be stored in the name 0, which has been shown on the extreme right hand side column of the table. Now when I is equal to 1, this means name 1, 2 upper function will execute. It will convert whatever is stored in name 1 into uppercase, that is small a will be converted into capital A and it will be stored back in name 1. Now when I is equal to 2, this means we are working on name 2. 2 upper function converts that name 2, which means small m, into capital M, and then it will be stored back into name 2. So at the end of the execution of the loop, the word Raman will be converted into capital letters Raman, or the uppercase letters will be stored in Raman. Now the next program says that in order to convert a word into uppercase, it is always advised to check whether the character which we have to process is in lowercase or not. There is a small modification in the program which we have discussed earlier, which is shown in the highlighted green section on the screen. It basically checks whether the character under consideration is in lowercase. If it is in lowercase, then only 2 upper function is applied to that character. Now let's see one more advanced program. What this program is doing, this program as shown in the highlighted green section, it is checking if the character under consideration is in lowercase, it is converted into upper. And if the character under consideration is in uppercase, it is converted into lowercase. Now this is what the program is doing. Now let's see how this program executes. Now if you see on the screen, the name which is stored is Raman, and out of the word Raman, 3 characters are in uppercase and 2 characters are in lowercase. You can see from the second column of the table. Now because of the for loop, the word Raman will be broken into characters, individual characters. Now if the character is in lowercase, it will be converted into uppercase. If the character is in uppercase, it will be converted into lowercase. If you see the extreme right hand side column of the table, you can see whatever character was in uppercase for the input, it has been now converted into lowercase, and whatever character was in lowercase, it has been converted into uppercase. Now let's take an example for I is equal to 2. Now for I is equal to 2, we are processing name 2. Name 2 is capital M. So because it is capital M, means that it is in uppercase. So if is upper condition executes, it gets true, and based on that, name 2 is equal to 2 lower name 2 will execute, and capital M will be converted into small m, and in this way each and every character will be picked from the string and it will be converted into uppercase or lowercase based on its current condition. Now comes string cat function. String cat means concatenation of 2 strings. You have to consider string.h header files to use it. The program basically says that you enter 2 names. One is called fname, another is called sname. You ask for the fname from user. Let's say it is Aman. You ask for the sname from user. Let's assume it is Deep. Now string cat function basically connects Deep and Aman, and it stores Deep Aman word into the S name based on the highlighted section. So string cat functions has two arguments. The argument which is written on the left hand side will be containing its original data, and also the new data which is on the left argument on the right argument will also be concatenated or added to the argument on the right on the left, and in the end the left argument will be storing the complete concatenated name. That is why on the in the program on the screen you can say that when the last statement of the program which is displaying S name, Deep Aman complete concatenated word is displayed. Now next function under consideration is strcmp. strcmp stands for string compare and it belongs to string.h header file. So it basically compares the two strings lexicographically, which means that it starts comparison character by character starting from the first character. If the first character in both strings are equal, then this function will check for the second character. If it is also equal, then it will check for the third, and so on. This process will be continued until character in the either string becomes null. Now, the function basically returns some integer values. If it returns 0, this means both strings are identical. If it returns a number which is greater than 0, so this means the first non-matching character in the left string has a greater ASCII value than the character in the right string. Now if you see on the screen in the program, you can see the string compare function is used to compare password and word Gaurav sir. Now password is containing the string which has to be checked with the word Gaurav sir. If the return value by the string compare function is 0, you can say that the password is okay, it is equal to Gaurav sir. But if it is not 0, you will say wrong password. So this means that on the left hand side, the data stored inside the password is considered, and on the right hand side, the word Gaurav sir is considered. So again, when matching the character on the left string, which means whatever is stored inside password word, and right string means whatever is stored inside, Gaurav sir is the right string for the example. Now if we get a less than 0 result, this means the value which is less than 0 is returned only when the first not matching character in the left string have the lesser ASCII value than the corresponding character in the right string. Now this program basically compares two words. If the length of one word is greater than the length of other word, then the word with greater length is shown before and the word with less length is concatenated to the word with greater length. In this example, string length function has been used. So C library function string length basically computes the length of the string, but it does not include the terminating null character in the count. Now if we see the example here, fname and sname are two strings declared. Get as fname Raman is entered, get as sname Deep is entered. Now the highlighted if condition comes, string length fname, which means 5 because Raman is having 5 characters. String length sname, which is 4. Now based on the values of string length, it is clearly understood that 5 is greater than 4. So the else section of the highlighted if condition will execute and string cat function will say that Raman will be kept before the word Deep. So string cat function places fname first and sname as second. So this is what the program was asking, and Ramandeep word will be displayed on the screen. Raman was considered before Deep. Why? Because the length of Raman was greater than Deep. This is what the program has asked to do. Now let's see another program. The last program is string copy. Now in this program, if we look at the program, first name and second name, F name and S name are used. GetS F name says that ask for a string from user. Suppose that string is Raman. Now string copy is copying whatever is stored inside F name into S name. So S name now becomes the destination and F name becomes source, and in the end if we use printf statement to display S name on the screen, Raman will be displayed. F name was having Raman. By using string copy, whatever was stored inside F name was copied to S name. So F name becomes source and S name becomes destination, and in the end S name was displayed on the screen, Raman was displayed on the screen. So this finishes our topic of strings for the subject of Introduction to Programming. Thank you for joining the session.